Josh, we've got some very special guests joining us on the Cheap Seats program this morning. We have head coach Don Crawford of the Lincoln High School volleyball team. And Don, thank you for being here with us this morning. You brought a lot of girls here with you today. A whole ton of them. Coach, if we could, let's just go ahead and kind of break down the season a little bit. When exactly do you guys start, and typically how long does the volleyball season last?
We start on August 11th, first day of practice. Usually we go 3 a days, and it can continue all the way through. The second week in November is state in normal.
So it's a season that takes up a large part of the school year, taking up a couple of months, and it kind of drags out a little bit. And with you guys being a fall sport, is it kind of difficult to get the players rounded up in the summer for conditioning and camps and stuff like that?
Actually, no, not at all. It hasn't been anyway in several years. The girls participate in club year-round anyway. They come in usually the first of, I would say, the end of May, actually 1st of June. We start doing at least one a week for open gyms or something, just to get them back in, get into the groove again, and start our season off. We usually do participate in different tournaments over the summer. We go to down in Missouri and play in a big 125-team tournament, in which this past summer we took first place in.
Nice.
So yeah, it's fun, and I mean, it hasn't been a problem because the girls are very, very active, very involved, and they really want to play. So.
And that's one thing, Coach, that you have to have in order to build a program like you're wanting to build is that dedication and stuff in the off season. How much during the summer? I know, like in basketball, which I'm a little more familiar with, there's times where you can work with them and there's times where you can't. How much time do you get to spend with them? I know they play a lot of club, a lot of some AAU stuff and things like that, but how much time do you get to count on Lincoln Railer stuff?
We can have 25 contact dates with the girls from the end of school until August 1st. And then as of August 1st, we cannot see them until we actually begin practice on the 11th or whatever date.
Right.
The 35th week or whatever it is for IHSA.
Sure.
You talk about club volleyball and the club organizations that a lot of these girls take part in the off-season. Do you think that's a conditioning tool that helps them and gets them prepared? It also gives them an opportunity to see competition from other schools.
Definitely. A lot of the girls, play in Bloomington at Atlanta Elite. We have our own program here in Lincoln Extreme, that we also go up there for tournaments. We usually run 4 tournaments for them. So.
And you talk about some of the tournaments that you've been to over the last couple of years, and I know you mentioned the Roller tournament. How many tournaments do you as a team travel to on a given year? Does it kind of vary?
The varsity can only participate in 4 tournaments itself. Okay. And we just completed our last tournament last weekend.
I know one of the things that the IHSA has really tried to focus on with volleyball in the last couple of years is the action regarding net play and how physical play has become around the net.
Right.
Is that something that you try to teach and try to incorporate into practice as far as the athleticism and how difficult net play has become?
No, not really. It's kind of a fluke sometimes, so it just...
Kind of take it for what it's worth?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, some of the roles that your players have to take on, obviously the players that you have out there, they have different roles. You have some girls that are hitters out there. You have the libero. From a hitter's perspective, is that an area where they need to train very hard throughout the year as far as making sure that their strength is built up to obviously hit the ball and hit it hard and hit it well, but then also do they have to work on leg strength?
Yeah, definitely. We do some plyometrics. The girls kind of do a lot of stuff on their own. We run a lot. We try to lift as we can. It kind of gets crazy during season because we're not able to lift as much just because we have a game every other day, and I don't want them to be too sore. So.
Sure. Coach, talk about this libero position. It hasn't been in existence for that long. I know when I was in high school there was no certain player out there with a different uniform or anything like that on. What was the reasoning behind that, and what does that... Why is that an advantage to any team?
It puts one great passer out there all the time. So it's been a great benefit for us.
Really?
Taylor Hybrader is our libero this year and has done an outstanding job. So.
And that seems to, the IHSA has made this rule that seems to going to stay with this for a while?
Oh, yeah. I bet it's in there forever.
Really?
Yeah.
So a great addition to taking on the role of players that we were kind of talking about. And all the players, you guys got a very special tournament, a very exciting tournament coming up. You'll be hosting the IHSA Regional. That'll be in Lincoln later on this week. You care to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. We play Thursday night at 7 p.m. The first match actually of the evening is Bloomington versus Lanphier. And then we are actually going in as number 3 seed, so we will play Normal U High on Thursday at 7. So if we win that match, then we'll play the winner of Bloomington Lanphier on Saturday night.
Good. Coach, before we get into your main part of the season, I know you have had an excellent season up until now. Talk a little bit about the freshmen. I know you oversee all the freshmen and sophomore and what goes on and that kind of thing. Talk about the season they had, possibly the girls, how many girls you had coming out, and the improvement that you're looking for a freshman, sophomore to become till they get to you.
Okay. We have 11 freshmen right now. We started the season with 17, and we just, by whatever reasons that they've dropped out or whatever. The girls have been playing hard, having fun, learning a lot. That's usually our key as pretty much with the freshman team. I don't know, honestly, their record. They've told me they've won a few games, but you know what? They're playing hard. They're playing good competition. So same thing with the sophomores. I think we carry 15 on the sophomore team, and they all work hard. They went to 2 tournaments, and that's actually all they went to this year. But then I have a lot of the JV players actually play varsity, so they can only compete in 4 tournaments.
A question that I have that I think is kind of interesting, Josh and I were looking over these questions before we got started this morning. Is it difficult in volleyball to scout another team? In basketball and football, you watch a lot of film on opposing teams and some of your opponents in the upcoming weeks. Is volleyball an area that it's easy to scout other teams, and if so, how do you do that?
You pretty much chart their defense and see what kind of hitters they have and see what what strengths they have, what weaknesses they have, see any holes on the court. It's not easy, but it is possible.
Sure, Coach. 27-8 this season so far, tied for the conference with Jacksonville and Chatham. What did this team set apart from any other that you had in this 4 years?
These girls really work well together. We've kind of struggled in the last couple of weeks, unfortunately, taking a couple different losses that we should not have. But, they work well together. They're friends off the court. They're friends on the court. So I'm pretty confident going in Thursday again. So, we played Bloomington just a couple days ago and got beat by them on their home court on senior night. So, we played hard. We didn't play as hard, obviously, as we needed to, but I think we can take them on our home court.
Sure, you talk about that again. Normal U High visits Roy S. Henderson Gymnasium for the first round of the regionals at 7 p.m. This Thursday night, and then hopefully the Railers prevail over that and then take on the winner of Bloomington and Lanphier. Hopefully we get another shot at Bloomington on probably Saturday, on that Saturday night.
The winner of the regional will obviously go on to the sectional at Mountainside. Coach, we know that you're busy and we know you've got places to be and everything today, so we're going to kind of interview some of the ladies here. Go ahead and make sure we're turned on here. All right, who wants to be the first brave victim on here?
Nobody's grabbing the mic here.
Don't be shy now. All right, if you would, go ahead and say your name and you're in school.
I'm Emma Anderson. I'm a senior.
Okay, Emma, and how long have you been playing volleyball?
Probably since I was like 5.
So you've been playing for quite a while now.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and pass the mic on. Okay, go ahead and say your name.
I'm Taylor Highbrader, and I'm a junior.
Taylor, you were the libero that Coach Crawford was talking about. How long have you been the libero?
I was libero my freshman year for JV, and I liberoed last year.
Okay, and then
this year.
You've been playing volleyball for quite a while too. How many years would you say?
Probably since I've been 5.
Okay, go ahead and pass it on to the next one. Or if you would, go ahead and say your name.
Mallory Gleason.
All right, Mallory, what year of school are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, so sophomore. And how many years do you think you've been playing volleyball?
Probably since the 6th grade.
So all of you girls have been playing for quite some time now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and pass it on.
I'm Taylor Olden.
And Taylor Olden, what year of school are you?
I'm a junior.
Okay, junior, what's your favorite tournament to play at?
Well, this year it was probably the Mount Pulaski tournament since they've been a good team, and it was a good thing that we won their tournament and not winning.
All right, go ahead and pass it on.
Coach, real quick, bringing up, she brought up a point that I wanted to ask, and I want to ask a lot of different coaches in this area. Why is Central Illinois so good in volleyball? You have Lincoln, of course, Mount Pulaski, Hartsburg, Emden, I know Illini Central has an excellent team this year. What has this area brought on volleyball so quickly for?
I think a lot of it has to do with club. I think because we play year-round.
Sure.
And the girls travel anywhere and everywhere they can to play. Sometimes we go to just Bloomington, but sometimes we also go to Chicago. So
Excellent coaches, of course, Donna Dooley, at Mount Pulaski, who we're going to have on, just had 900 wins. Of course, the program they've built at Hardeman, and the one you're building here, and has been built before you got here, too, is a testament to this area going and winning state championships on a lot of smaller schools than what they go against. So.
All right. You would go ahead and say your name, please.
I'm Abigail Neese, and I'm a junior.
Okay, Abby Neese. Who are your parents?
Amy and Scott Neese.
Okay. Who's your favorite opponent to play?
I don't know. The first game we played Centennial, and they're pretty tough competition because they're just big rivals, and we've always wanted to beat them, and we finally did this year, which was nice.
All right, well, good deal. Go ahead and pass it on. We've got a lot of girls to interview here. That's why we're kind of trying to do it as short as possible here. Would go ahead and say your name.
I'm Allie White, and I'm a junior.
Okay, Allie, and how long have you been playing?
Since 6th grade.
Okay, so a lot of you girls have been playing for quite some time. Do you play club volleyball in the off season?
Yeah, I have in the past years.
Okay, go ahead and pass it around. If you would, go ahead and say your name and you're in school.
Emily Wilson, I'm a junior.
Okay. Emily, what position do you play?
Setter.
You're a setter. And what is some of the things that you do to kind of help you practice to become a better setter?
Well, I have to work on just squaring up and footwork a lot.
Okay. Go ahead and pass the microphone around. If you would, go ahead and say your name.
I'm Riley Brackney, and I'm a sophomore.
Okay. Riley, how long have you been playing volleyball?
Ever since I was in 3rd or 4th grade.
Okay. And what position did you start at way back when? Do you remember?
I've always been an outside hitter.
Do you like that?
Yeah, but this year I've become a middle hitter, and I like it, and I like helping my team out by being a middle. And
okay, go ahead. Go ahead and say your name.
I'm Lauren Semming, and I'm a junior this year.
Okay, now Lauren, who's your favorite opponent to play?
My favorite was probably Centennial also, because it's just a really big game between us.
Okay, if you would, go ahead and pass it around.
I'm Courtney Ballard. I'm a sophomore.
Okay, and, Courtney, what position do you play out on the court?
This year I've been playing outside, but past years I've been middle, but I enjoy playing any position. So.
Now, is there much difference for you playing middle hitter as opposed to outside hitter?
There is a difference, but you just kind of get used to.
So you get used to it and just go with the flow, basically? Yeah. Okay, all right, good.
I'm May Husbeth, and I'm a junior.
Okay.
Freshman.
Jumping ahead, she's ready to get out. And what position do you play out on the court?
Defensive specialist, passer.
Okay. Is that a very tough position to play?
Usually.
Okay, because I know Coach Crawford had mentioned that defense is one of the bigger areas in volleyball that teams try to scout for.
Yeah.
Okay, if you would, go ahead. Say your name and...
Megan Skunskis. I'm a sophomore.
Okay. And as a sophomore, how long have you been playing volleyball?
I've been playing club volleyball since about 3rd grade, but I started playing volleyball in school in 6th.
All right. Go ahead and pass it on.
I'm Hannah DeAndrea, and I'm a freshman.
Okay. Go ahead and give a shout-out to your parents.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Well, you need the names.
Marcy and Will DeAndrea.
Okay. And who's your favorite opponent to take on this year?
I don't know. I really enjoyed watching the Centennial game that the varsity played because that was really fun, and their JV team was good too. So.
Good. Would go ahead and say your name.
I'm Laura Goody, and I'm a freshman.
Okay. What's your favorite place to play at?
I like playing at the Rolla tournament.
You like playing at the ball tournament just because of the...
different teams.
Okay.
And they won.
And we won.
Yeah, that's the best place.
I'm Lexi Glage, and I'm a freshman.
Okay, now, Lexi, who is your favorite opponent to play?
Probably Jacksonville.
Like to play Jacksonville? That's a good opponent to play. Go ahead and pass the mic around. All right, go ahead and say your name.
Caitlin Nelson.
Okay, and Caitlin, how old are you?
A sophomore.
You're a sophomore. What position do you play?
Middle hitter.
You're a middle hitter. Do you like that?
Yeah.
You like playing middle hitter? Okay. Kevin's kind of shy, but that's all right. Go ahead. And is that it? Did we get all of them? All right. So we went ahead and got everyone. Wow, that's a lot. We had an awful lot there.
Full crowd today.
All righty. Well, ladies, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us. And Coach Don Crawford, we thank you for bringing the girls out here.